very good types of persons. With grace and power, was working great wonders and signs among certain members of the so-called synagogue of Britain, Silence and Judgments, and the people of Syria came forward and created the but they could not.
Division Director, I am ready when you are.
Okay. We will start in a minute.
Room of Toastmasters and everybody keeping quiet. Surprising.
Maybe they are scared of the trainer.
No, that's because the phone is muted for many.
No, we have unmuted all. They have muted.
No, we are just enjoying the visuals.
There seems to be a prayer service going in the background.
Okay. We can start now?
Yes, I think you start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining the second session for contestants training. So Division D, we have scheduled our virtual contest on 15th May. Some of you who has not attended the first session, I would like to introduce our trainer. He is Contestant Barreto. He is Area 21 Director from Kuwait. He is a member of Kuwait Challenges Toastmasters Club. So once the entire scenario changed in Toastmasters, we were all a little panicked how to go about with the division level contest. So in that situation, this Zoom came in and we all started trying out many things. And Toastmaster Kajetan, he went miles ahead and he did a lot of research in Zoom, how we can utilize for our Toastmasters contest in by avoiding all the Toastmasters rule. So not only that, he started sharing his knowledge and wisdom to many Toastmasters fraternity. And he has successfully conducted some of the division contests already. So with your round of applause, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Contestant Barreto to take over this session.
Thank you, DTM Pawn, Division D Director. It is my pleasure to be part of this wonderful event that is being planned on 15th May. And I'm sure the first thing is that it's going to be the most successful division event. Why? Because simply we will learn from all of the mistakes that we have made in the other divisions. And you have, especially as contestants, we have a unique opportunity to shine on the stage, because as you might have noticed on the screen, you will see that this training itself is being streamed live on YouTube. And I'm testing it because on the day of the contest, it will be live, streamed live on the Division D page, YouTube channel that we have just created yesterday. I wanted to actually stream it on that channel, but it is not yet ready. It requires 24 hours. But on the day of the contest, it will be streamed on the YouTube channel of Division D, which is a great opportunity for you as contestants. Why? Because for the first time, you can now invite your friends, your family all over the world and say, hey, this is what I've been doing in Toastmasters all my life. Not all your life, but whatever years that you have been spending. And I have progressed from club and area, and now I'm at a division level. Come watch me, cheer for me. And you'll have that extra encouragement, which you would have not got in a physical contest, because there, only those who are contesting and the role players, they are the only people who manage to come for that 7 hours, 8 hours contest. But now you can just send them a link. This is the YouTube link. I'll be live at 5 o'clock. They will log in at 5 o'clock. They'll observe you and they'll cheer for you and they'll feel proud of you. So think of the positives that this is having for you as contestant to shine on a virtual global stage. Aren't you excited? I definitely am. So let's get started with our training. And the reason I asked the organizing team to have the session on 2 days, because I know that not everybody can come on one day. There are always challenges. We are working, we have other priorities. There is a pandemic going on. We have so many things on our mind. So I said, let's do it on 2 days. So those who miss on the first day, at least will have an opportunity to come on the second day. And those who came on the first day can come also on the second day and become more experienced, because the more time you will spend in this environment, this virtual environment, the better you will be on the contest day. And my job and the job of the entire Division D team that has been assembled, and it's a great team, is to guide you every day till you become on that day, come on the stage and deliver your speech confidently. Because you have a great speech. Nobody is doubting that. That's why you won at the club level. You have won at the area level. Now at the division level, suddenly things have changed. You are no longer in your comfort zone of going up on the stage, dividing your stage into left, center, right, using all the body movement. Now you are restricted to a box. And my job is to tell you how to translate all that you have learned into this box and deliver the best that you can. Because recently we had a debate about online contest, and one of the contestants said, I don't care whether I'm on the stage or whether I'm in front of a camera. As long as I have a story to tell, the technology can be overcome. And I have a story to tell. I'm sure all of you have. And so we will help you to tell that story on the contest day. So let's get started. So as contestants, my job is to train you to overcome the technology. Okay, your content, I'm not going to worry about that, because I assume that it is good. You're practicing every day as you would practice at any division contest. That's fine. You, I'm sure, would be working with a mentor to refine your speech, to refine your content, to refine your delivery. All of this you should continue doing. My job is to help you to overcome the technology part of it, to become familiar with Zoom. So as DTM Pon has said, we have worked in the last 1.5 months at the district level, creating the processes that are required to conduct an effective online contest. And more importantly, to help you to have a sort of a level playing field. So no contestant should feel, oh, he gave a speech with better camera or better technology and I suffered because of that. My job is to tell you what's the level playing field, and your contest masters should be working with you over the next 2-3 weeks to work with you to make sure that you are prepared with the right technology, that we can hear your voice clearly, that we can see you properly, and you can deliver. So those who were with me yesterday, welcome. Those who have coming for the first time, also welcome. And I hope if anybody has missed out, that we can somehow share the knowledge with them. Maybe they can watch the live stream on YouTube. If not, they can reach out to me and I can help them. My job is to help you all to be the best that you are. So let's look at the things that you as a contestant need to prepare yourself with. I don't want you all to come on the day and struggle with Zoom. Which button should I press? How do I go to an isolation room during table topics? And it has happened, let me tell you, in one division contest, one contestant took 15 minutes just to figure out how to pin the timer. It delayed the contest by 15 minutes. But forget about the contest getting delayed. Can you imagine the stress this contestant was going through when he was struggling and he knows 200 or 100 people are watching him? What would be the reaction for him when he's actually time to deliver the content? He would be so flustered. His mind is no longer on what he had prepared. So I don't want you all to feel worried about what buttons to press. I want you all to become experts in it so that when the day of the contest, you'll just focus on your content. So for that, I have prepared this manual. It was prepared with the help of the whole district team. DTM PON is part of this team that helped me to create this document. And it's the best practices that you should follow to deliver your content. If you all have already gone through it, congratulations. Continue doing whatever is there in the manual. If you have not, it will be shared with you by your contest masters. Please make sure that you become familiar with the content in this manual. So let's see what is it that I need you to focus on in the coming days. This is just an introduction from our Program Quality Director, DTM Salim, and our Region Advisor, DTM Ali. And this was a team that helped together to create this entire document for you all as contestants, to prepare you all for the contest. Now, the first thing I would like you all to do is get familiar with Zoom. That's what I should say, the be all end all of becoming good at delivering content. Get familiar with Zoom. And how do you do that? If you are already experts, if you are conducting club meetings, not attending meetings, attending meetings doesn't make you an expert in Zoom. Conducting club meetings would make you somewhat more familiar. I want you all to conduct meetings. Download Zoom, create an account with Zoom, and start creating meetings. Initially, if you can at least call your friends, your family, and say, can we have a Zoom meeting? I'm organizing a Zoom meeting because I want to become familiar with Zoom. If you're conducting a club meeting, all the better, because it will put more stress on you to learn more. So if the next club meeting that you all have, you can reach out to your VPR or somebody who is conducting this meeting and say, hey, can I be the host for this meeting? Let me do the polls. Let me mute people. Let me unmute people so I know where the controls are. Get familiar with Zoom. So your instructions, your number one instruction today is, from today, whatever you need to do, become experts in Zoom. Okay. There are plenty of tutorials on the Zoom website that you can go through if you have any doubts, but by now, I can tell you most people, most Toastmasters have become experts. In your own club, you will find people who are hosting meetings. Reach out to them, understand how Zoom works, and become more familiar with Zoom. As a contestant, our recommendation to you is to do or deliver your speech using a laptop, not your mobile. Perhaps a tablet will be fine, but if you can use a laptop, please from now itself start doing everything using that laptop, delivering your speech, practicing it, making the sound, sure the sound is fine. All of this you should do using your laptop. If you don't have a laptop, of course, I can't force you to go and buy a laptop. That's not the objective of this. Our recommendation is this. There are some people who have delivered content or speeches using mobiles, and it was perfectly okay. But then we had to teach them how to overcome the limitations of the phone or the mobile. But if you have a laptop, by default, you have an extra advantage. And the reason why a laptop makes perfect sense is because, as you can see in this picture, on a laptop, you get to see more. That means when you are giving a speech, you can see the face of the contest master. You can see your face. You can see the timer's window. So everything becomes more visible to you. So you are less stressed because you know, oh, the timer window is there. Okay, I'm sure I'm on time. You'll see the green signal. Exactly, I'm on time where I want it to be. But if you were on a mobile and you can see only one screen, you'll start panicking. Have I missed the timer? Have I done something? And you'll start panicking. So to reduce the panic, our recommendation is to use the laptop. If you have any questions, please note them down, because when we open the question and answer session one by one, we will go through all of your questions and queries. Now, the next thing, because we are dealing with technology, is your internet. Is it good? Because however powerful laptop you have, whatever technology you have, if your connection to Zoom is weak and it is dropping, it means your speech will suffer accordingly. And one of the good things that I see that division team has done is they have scheduled the contest starting early morning at 8 o'clock, which means there won't be so much peak as would happen later in the evening. So most of the contest will happen during the off-peak hours, which will be good for you. So try to make sure that your internet is fast, at least on that day. If you are using, for example, a router at home and many people are sharing it, then it is prudent to ask all your family members to support you on that day. Please, let's not do Facebook, WhatsApp, or watch Netflix. Just give me the internet for that one day, or at least for that period that you are delivering your speech. Everyone should support you and shut down whatever they are doing so that you get the maximum attention from the internet connection that you have. Okay. Now comes the sound, the audio, because you want to be clear. The judges can see you, but of course, whatever decisions they take in scoring you depends on what they hear. And this is where a recommendation from our side is to use Bluetooth headsets. The reason is because when you wear the Bluetooth headset, your sound will be right next to your headset. So even if you step backwards to demonstrate something, to use your body language, you will not lose the audio quality. If you have a MacBook, then the iPod works perfectly well. You can invest. If you have a Bluetooth headset, try that out. But I must also mention to you, this is only a recommendation. I have seen some laptops have such an excellent audio. I tell the contestant, don't bother with Bluetooth headset. Don't add another technology which can fail. Your microphone is good. Go ahead, go with that itself. But this is something you need to test with your contest master. So your contest master should reach out to you every day regularly and have meetings, Zoom meetings with all the contestants, and make sure that everyone's audio is okay, video is okay. Keep preparing, keep practicing. Don't wait on the day of the contest to come and then get saying, oh, I can't hear you. Am I audible? That shouldn't be the case at all. Now, as you can see, I'm speaking to you at eye level. In fact, my camera is right at my eyesight, and you can't see my ceiling. But if you notice some of your video, if you'll start noticing it, you all might have kept the phone at a level which is down, which sort of gives a, what I should say, unflattering appearance when you are, and you can look intimidating with that kind of look. So if you're using a laptop, for example, try to place something on the table, some box, so that the camera, which would usually be at this level, the camera is usually on top here, you stand up and you see that it is at the same level as your eye. Okay, and if you do that, this is what you will get. A sort of a straight face, flattering look, without looking up into up at the ceiling. Okay. On the other hand, if the laptop was kept, or if the phone was kept down, then this is the type of look you will get. Looking up at the ceiling, and you can end up looking quite intimidating. So avoid this kind of position and figure out how you can place your device, laptop or phone, mobile, whatever you are going to use, at the same level as your eye. Next, we will talk about the light quality. You can see I'm looking good. I'm looking good because I have invested in the right amount of light, because I know it is going to be dark. So I wanted you all to see me clearly. I wanted you all to see my eyes clearly, the expression, so that you get an idea what you need to do. And I haven't done anything fancy, by the way, except I have put some LED light in front of my face here, right at the angle over somewhere around here. And I have one light over there. But the rest of the light is from my room. But by placing the right light at the right place, okay, I have arranged to appear clear to you. And that's what you need to do from your side too. Don't have to be very fancy. Figure out if you are going to, for example, give your speech during the daytime. Make use of the available light, which is the big sunlight that you will get. So this is an example of using sunlight. What we have done is the laptop has been kept facing the window. So if I'm standing here now in front of the window, I will get all the light coming to my face, which means I will be clear. If it was the other way around, if the window was behind my back, then you will appear dark. Your face will appear dark, and the judges would not be able to see what expressions you have. When you convey an emotion, you won't be able to see it because the light is hindering it. So arrange yourself, rearrange the room for that one day if possible. It's a good time, by the way, we're at home. It's a good time to clean up the house, make it look neat, just for that contest, so that everything looks good. So this is how it would look, okay? Light coming straight at your face, and basically you are ready to deliver if all the other things are taken care of. Now, especially for international and humorous speech, you have one extra advantage sitting at home and delivering your speech, and that is to make use of the props. In a normal contest, you would find it very difficult to take props with you because you are given only 1 minute to arrange a prop. And then you start thinking, what can I do within 1 minute? Now you have a whole 2 weeks to think and plan your speech. What props I could use to make my speech more enhanced. Discuss with your contest master. Inform them that these are the props I'm going to use. If there are any questions regarding props, the contest master will then reach out to the chief judge and confirm to you that you are good to go to use these props. For example, District 20 has decided you can't use human props. So you can't use your family as part of your speech. But you could use any other props that are there in the house. Discuss with your contest master, and in turn, they will check with the chief judge and you can deliver your speech. As far as possible, we do not recommend using PowerPoint presentations or any form of presentations in your speech. If you have something to show, we advise you to either make a poster of it and then show it on the camera rather than asking somebody to share the screen. Okay, in a club speech, that's fine to do sharing, but in the contest, you want to focus on your speech. You don't want to focus on the technology. So these are the points as far as my perspective is concerned in terms of training, that if you take care of all of these things, you will be able to overcome the technology and focus on your content, focus on your story, and deliver the best possible thing that during this unforeseen circumstances that has come up, you can still make the best out of it, become the division champion, go to DTAC and make Division D proud. And if anything I can do for you, I'm there to help you. There are also some few frequently asked questions, which I have mentioned in this document, if you want to, for you to help. But the two things that are pinning the timer, I will be actually demonstrating to you now. So that's about it as far as the content is concerned. Now what we will do is we will spend some 10 minutes to do any Q&A based on the content that I have delivered. And there will be now practical sessions on actually about breakout rooms for table topics, humorous, how to rename yourself. Those are the practical parts of it. But as far as the theory part is concerned, if you have any questions, I'm open to. Please raise your hand or put your question in the chat box and I will answer them for you. Wow, we have a good number of members. And before I do that, let me run one poll, by the way, since we have a good thing. I want to know how many contestants are in the room. Wow, if there are 7 contestants of international speech, that means you all attended the previous session, as well as today. That's good. It means you are interested to learn more and more. And I'm very pleased to see these results. Evaluation, I have only 3, but on the previous session, I had seen many evaluation contestants already completing their training. Now I will close the loop. I'll share the results with you before I take on the questions. So I have 8 international contestants, 5 humorous, 5 table topics, 3 evaluation, and 11 role players. Of course, some of you must be doing multiple contests, but that's fine. So let's go to the chat and raised hands option. So let me stop the sharing for a minute. And let me check the chat. Okay. I had seen somebody raise their hands. You can raise your hands on the video also, no problem. And I really encourage all the contestants to show their video, because this is the only way I can tell you how you should prepare yourself, because this is a practical part of it. Now, Jeffrey Adams has a question. I will unmute him. Jeffrey, please go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just trying the raise hand icon. Thank you.
Fantastic, no problem. I'll give another 2 minutes for any Q&A. And I'm happy to see Yashodhan with us today, because he will be my reference speaker for you all today. He will show you how you as a contestant should look on the contest day. Okay. So whatever I have discussed today as the things to be done, he's going to demonstrate and you will see it. Okay. So no questions, which means either you all understood everything I said, which is what I hope it is, or you all are too scared to ask questions, which I hope is not the case. So let's look at how we can translate whatever I talked about in terms of audio, video, presentation, how you should look as a contestant by looking at Yashodhan. And I will unmute him now, and his video is already on. So good evening, Yashodhan. A problem unmuting you? Can you check your microphone?
Yeah, now I unmuted myself.
Fantastic, okay. So notice that before he started, I could see his ceiling, but suddenly he moved his laptop up because he wants to have that eye level.
In fact, what I am doing now is on my table, I have put this small teapot.
Fantastic, amazing, amazing.
And then I'm keeping my laptop on top of it.
And if you can step back.
Okay, now, in fact, what I'll do is I'll remove my headphone so that I can go a little back. The only problem is like my laptop speaker is not very strong. So probably I won't be able to hear you properly, but you will be able to hear me.
Let's test it, because as I said, we as organizers will do this test for each and every one of you. But first of all, notice that if you can make your, in fact, if you could move your screen a little more, so I don't want to see those, maybe a little higher. Yeah, it's okay. I can see some of your ceiling, and the way to do that would be even to place the laptop even higher, I guess, because I think the camera is not at your
higher
eye
than this.
Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant. This is what I'm talking about. See? This is what I'm talking about for all of your contestants. You have seen how Yashodan is doing this, and this is what I would like to see. I can't see much of his ceiling, and also because the lights are no longer in the frame, the chandelier, it means now his face will be more visible to me. But if the whole chandelier was visible, then his face would have become a little darker. So great. Now let's look at his, can you step little behind? One step behind. Yeah, this would be probably the ideal distance you should be going behind, and it depends on your camera, of course, but I should be able to see up to your waist. Okay, and because now he can demonstrate his hands to me. Yes, this is even better. Now, actually, this is perfect position for me because I can't see the chandelier. I can see straight into the camera to his eye level. His perfect position. I can see his hands, right? He can use hand gestures for body movement. Fantastic. He can move one step left, one step right. You can still use your stage. Okay. So this is what you need to aim for when you are delivering your speech. Now start talking, Yashodan.
Is this okay?
Yeah, so now your audio, because you're using the microphone of your laptop, I can hear you, but it is not the same quality.
Sorry, can you say again, please?
Yeah. Is this a wired headset?
It's actually wired. In fact, as you told me last time, I'm just trying to arrange some Bluetooth headset for me. So let's see if I get it. But
how far can you go behind?
I can right now. I can go up to here.
Okay. Why don't you bring the laptop so that the
yes down? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I can rather move it this side, so maybe the light won't come.
Yeah. You see. So
I'm out of the
even
light focus.
there is no harm if you have a long headset to use a wired headset, by the way, as long as it can reach and I can see. Even this is fine. We can't say no to this also. But now, can you say something? And 30 seconds. Give a small speech.
Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? Well, I'd like to thank all the organizers for taking this extra mile and helping us and solving all our queries. So definitely more than winning or losing, I'm looking forward to this contest to experience something new, learn something new, which will definitely help me in my career. Over to you.
Thank you, Yashodan. You have actually highlighted one of the thing that I keep telling everybody, whether you win or lose, this journey will help you acquire so many skills. And these skills, by the way, are the skills that will be required post-COVID, because everyone will be talking about, why do I need to go travel for 2 hours? Why can't we have a Zoom meeting? We'll achieve the same thing. And the more familiar you are, the more you can present properly. That's the skill that will help you in your career 100%. So thank you, Yashodan, for highlighting that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday we had one lady who had a Bluetooth headset. Is she available today or no?
Just may I just ask this question, like if I keep this distance, will I be audible properly?
Yeah, I can hear you very clearly now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that time I can just remove this headphone if I don't get the Bluetooth headset.
Try.
And then give
Let's
my
try
speech.
without the headset. Try speaking from this distance.
Yeah. Okay. Headset is okay. This doesn't. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. Now I'm without headset, so I can go probably little back as well and talk and see whether I can reach out to you properly and I can communicate with you. Of course, I'm not able to hear you properly because my speakers are very weak.
Okay. So excellent. So in this case, we could hear him properly. Of course, it would enhance if you could find a Bluetooth headset before the contest day.
Sure,
and the sound could be easily solved by connecting a small speaker to his laptop so he can hear us also clearly. All these things can be done. Okay.
Right.
The reference is there now in front of you. Anybody else would like to check this, and I can tell you whether you all can. I can
think
see.
Toastmasters Shruti can give some demo.
Shruti, I'm unmuting you. Great.
Thank you. I was trying to see myself. I kept a few cartons under my laptop to see the arrangement.
Yeah.
So I
Only
don't
when
know
you
if it
stand
gives
up and say something, I can tell you how you are doing. Okay.
Yeah, so can you hear me from here?
I can hear you very clearly, but I have one problem is that you are too far away, which means your expressions are not visible to me.
But will
Okay.
I be, when I talk, will I not be on a full screen over there for anybody to see? Why would they see me on a gallery icon?
No. I can now I am seeing you on the main screen. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually quite okay for me.
I hope that is a requirement for judges to put a main screen for the speaker.
Yeah, I'll come to that. Speak for 30 seconds.
Yes, so I was actually trying to see the distance and with my height, how well I can manage. I saw a couple of the online contests and I could understand the challenges the speakers went through. I myself was very wary about it. But I must tell you, Toastmaster Barreto, you have been so comforting and reassuring that now I am looking forward for this challenge, more so to crack it standing in front of a computer and talking. We have a lot of professional meetings on Zoom, but all the time they are confined to the seat. So we've never got up. So this is a huge challenge. And my one major concern is that if I was to have a prop with me or if I was to do some actions, how visible are my actions? I mean, I'm trying to make some gestures just to know if people can see them, or is it looking like some kathakali only?
Okay, so basically after the end of this event, you can go to the live streaming channel and observe it yourself. How did you sound? How did you look to the judges? Because that's what you will be, what I'm seeing now is what the judges will see. And I can hear you very clearly. You have one good thing is that this background is enhancing you, by the way. These curtains are used to your advantage because the camera will adjust for the darker background and give you more light on your face. So I can see your expressions clearly. And yes, if you use a prop, I'm sure I can see it also.
So you're saying this light is fine because it's going to be 8 in the morning. And 8 in the morning, I've got the whole sun in the room. So I was actually thinking I should end up looking dark because then the room, I look quite dark on the screen.
Best way to do that is the contest time, look at the schedule when you'll be giving. At that time, reach out to other friends. If you can reach out to me also, just test me on at that time, with the sun, I can tell you whether it will make any impact for you. But your curtains are very dark, which means it should be able to keep out all the sunlight out and focus on what I see now should be the situation even during daytime. This is my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much. That was so helpful.
You're welcome.
Toastmaster Srinivas, over to you.
Who's Srinivas? Is he?
I'll unmute him. Yes, Srini.
Yeah, hi. I just want to check again. I will step back and speak from a distance, and I want to check the sound level of
the reason I'm encouraging all of this is because the others will observe you all also. You have not just one reference of Yashodan, you have seen Shruti now, you'll see Srinivas, and I will give feedback and based on that, you adapt yourself.
Okay. So let me just step back. Yeah, this distance.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Not as clearly as Shruti, but I can hear you.
Okay, so I will just say that I'll say something now for 10 seconds. Just hear me.
Okay.
So I think this is a very good idea to arrange this session because I have seen earlier contests, they had a lot of problems and particularly the isolation rooms going in and out. And on the spot, they were very delayed. The contest got delayed. Could you hear me clearly?
Yes, we could hear you clearly.
Okay. I want to try one more thing. I have a wired headset, this thing, earphone. I want to see how far I can go back.
Okay.
I can go up to this distance.
Yeah, no.
Is that okay?
It might come if what kind of contest are you participating in?
Table topics.
Table topics. Okay. Maybe because the other earphone is restricting your distance, can you remove one side and speak only from the other side? Where is the microphone? Oh, microphone is far away now, actually.
Yeah, is that? Can you hear me? No.
I can hear you, but it becomes weaker because the microphone is actually now reached. That's your microphone.
Yeah. So without the mic, was it clear? Without the headphones, was it clear?
It was clear, but as I said, you can think of enhancing it using the microphones, which are closer to your face. If you can't, you will give as you have given before, and we will still hear you. But what happens is when you step back, a lot of ambient sound comes, So when the microphone is close to your face, we hear only your voice, and that's the ideal situation.
Okay, and there's no way to increase the volume of the microphone, right? Just increasing the volume here is all we can do, right?
Yeah.
The volume on the laptop.
Yeah, that's for your sound. Your microphone.
Does that affect the volume of the microphone?
Of course, Zoom has an automatic setting when you in the audio for your microphone. It will adjust automatically based on the sound coming up. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I would not say don't go to the contest with what you have. You can go to the contest with what you have. If possible, you can improve it. But if not, then you're good to go.
Okay, fine. And the other question I had is, I don't have this raise your hand icon here on the reactions. I don't know where it is.
No, it's not in the reactions. It's actually on the other side in the participants option, where if you click on the participants, there are yes, no, goes, and yeah, I'm a host, so I cannot see the raise hand, but you should be able to see it.
Okay. So
yeah,
I'm trying that.
Again, as I said, these are the things you have to sort of become experienced with Zoom more and more. That's all. And so on the day of the contest, you don't struggle with anything related to the Zoom. You focus only on your content.
Okay, thank you.
If not, now we'll look at the next part, which is our timer. And our timer is here with us, Dinesh. So now how you will see the timer. So what will happen is Dinesh is going to demonstrate to you how, as contestants, you all should take care that the timer is always visible to you. Okay. And I'm going to show you all the steps that are required to make sure that on the day of the contest, you don't lose sight of the timer and somehow go over your time and get disqualified. Okay. Now, Dinesh, can you switch your background and bring up the timer screen?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
So this is what you will see when the contest day, that there will be one speaker, or not one speaker, one member who is assigned as a timer role, and you will not see his face. You will just see the screen on the as the video. And there are a couple of things you need to make sure that you see this. And when it becomes green, this window will become green. Can you show the green color, Dinesh?
I'm unmuted. Okay. I'm putting here one test trial for the 2 second, 4 second, and 6 second.
No, don't show the test. Just show the green. I just want them to see the green. Okay, so this is how you know that you have reached your qualifying time. Then when it becomes your mid time, you'll see it becoming yellow. And then when it becomes your max time, you'll see the red. Okay. Now, how do you make sure that you can always see the timer? There are two things you can do. The first, of course, is to what we call the pin the timer. Okay. And what you can practice it now. You can see his video, and on the right hand side, you will see 3 dots. Or you can just double click on it and it will become pinned. Okay. So try to make sure that you know how to pin his timer. So before you give your speech, you must identify where is the timer, find his video and pin it. Okay. If there is anybody who is unable to find or pin the timer, let me know and we can make sure that you know how to pin the timer. That's the most important thing for you all. The other thing that you can do and you should do is once you join the contest, and you should come to this option here, and you can see this video settings. Can you see this video setting window? Pon, just raise your thumb. Okay. So in the video setting, there is a very interesting option which says hide non-participant video. You should click on this and make it on. And as if by magic, all the windows will disappear and only video that you will see is yourself, maybe the contest timer and the contest master and the timer, which means now you won't get distracted. Where is the timer? Can I see him or can I not see him? Okay, so this is the option you should use by hiding the non-participant video. And if you do that, you may not even need to pin the timer, because if you're using a laptop and if you don't pin the timer, you will see yourself on the big screen and you will see the timer as one of the windows on top there. So you are always assured that the timer is in your view. Shruti has a question. I will unmute her. Yes, go ahead, Shruti.
Yeah, actually, when I was trying to pin the timer, I could see others around, but what about other speakers who have their videos on? Will they be told to stop the videos?
Yeah, our contest rules for district ensure us that we will be shutting down everyone's video, even if by mistake some contestant suddenly switches on his video, okay? As Sergeant at Arms, we'll be monitoring the contest hall. The only videos we will allow is the speaker, the contest master, and the timer. Okay. Anybody else switches on their video, they'll be immediately shut down.
Okay, and my other question is, when I pin the video, I don't see the speaker view. So I'm seeing myself there. Say I want to see, I mean, then I don't see the speaker. So if I want to see myself also,
You should
okay.
see yourself on top in one of the smaller boxes, right?
Okay, but obviously I don't want to be focusing in that small
Ah,
corner.
okay.
Did I do
Yeah,
something
so
wrong?
that's why we have given you the other trick, that is to hide the non-participant video. So if you use the non-participant video effectively, you can say, I will not pin the timer, and you can still be confident because you will see the timer in one of the smaller boxes. And because the colors are very bright, when it starts green, it will come to your attention that the time has changed. And you can test that also, you know. Is that clear? Okay. So that's how you will take care of the timer. First of all, shut down all the small boxes by saying hide non-participant video. The second thing you will do is, if you wish, you can pin the timer. If you don't want, like Shruti will not probably do it, that's fine, as long as you can see the timer on one of the boxes. Okay. However, if you plan to give your speech using a phone, then I think you have no choice. You'll have to pin the timer because the phone is not able to show all the windows for you correctly. So in that case, you'll have to use the pin timer. Okay. Now we will talk about how we should rename ourselves in the contest room. When you enter the contest hall, we expect, at least as a moderator, I expect all of the contestants to name themselves in a specific way so that I can quickly identify if you are a humorous contestant, if you are an international contestant, or table topic, and so forth. So the sequence which we want you all to follow is like this. So suppose you are an international contestant. So let's say Yashodan is a humorous contestant, and let's say Srinivas is an international contestant. So you all should rename yourself like this: International Srinivas. Okay, humorous. Let's say Yashodan. Shruti, let's say, is a table topic contestant, so she can say Shruti. And if you are an evaluation contestant, just put eval, and let's say Annie is a evaluation contestant for the sake of this thing, and it will look like this. So you all should name yourself with this convention. Okay, and I'll explain to you why it is important that you do that. But now, whoever is a contestant, can you all please name yourself accordingly? And if you'll have any problem to know how to name yourself, the way you do it is you can click on this participant window at the bottom, and you will see a list of all the participants. Okay, find your name and click on the more button. You should have an option to rename yourself. Okay, there are other ways to do this, but this is one of the ways you can rename yourself. And I can see immediately most of you all have already renamed yourself, which means you all know how to do it. If you all don't know, raise your hand, put a chat message, I will take care of you.
Ji, there is a question in chat box. If somebody is competing in 2 or more contests.
Very good question. And that is my next answer. I was planning to do that. So let me first of all check the sequence. I wanted to check the sequence, but Pon can tell me. What is the first contest? I think it is evaluation.
Evaluation, humorous, TT, and international.
Fantastic. So let's say you are an evaluation contestant and an international contestant. So what will happen is that when you enter the contest, you will name yourself as EVA, evaluation, and your name. So as far as I'm concerned, you are only an evaluation contestant, and that's it. Okay. So the contest will start. You will have a test speaker. Then you will deliver your evaluation after going into the isolation room, and then the contest is over. The contest master exits. Now, the next contest is coming up. go and rename yourself now to INT and your name. Okay, so in the sequence of the contest, you will name yourself. Okay, so before the beginning of the contest, I want all of the contestants to be named based on the contest type. And why is that important is, I'll explain to you why. As a moderator, it is extremely important that all contestants follow these guidelines, because you might lose out and some problem might happen and there would be a delay. The reason is because when a contest is going on, and let's say let's say the evaluation contest has just started and the contest master gives the instructions, Sergeant at Arms, can you please take all the contestants to the isolation room? Now remember, on the contest day, today, just for a training, we have 40 people. On the contest day, I'm expecting minimum 200, let's hope for 300-400 pounds, but let's hope for more. But imagine if I had to scroll and find out who are these contestants, it will be very difficult for me to find the right person and then transfer you to the isolation room. It will cause delays. Even 1 minute, 2 minute delay, it will really make the contest sort of uncomfortable. But what happens if you are an evaluation contestant and I say EVA, immediately I get all the contestants who are there. I can quickly select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move them to the evaluation room in seconds, not waste time searching the names like this. Okay. So eval Nikita Krishnandas. Okay. I mean, I would prefer you follow the same convention, EVA, then a hyphen, then your name, EVA. So everyone follows the same convention. So it looks neat also for me to manage. Similarly, if it was a table topic, I would just type TT and I would get all the table topic contestants at that time. So this is why it is important that you know how to name yourself so that I can manage you all effectively and the contest can move smoothly. Okay. So everyone knows how to name yourself? Great. Now, as a process of going forward, please make sure that the contest masters are already here also, and they will also have a similar. So I can see contest chair for international, Anil is here, contest chair for evaluation, Manoj is here, contest chair for humorous, Sigilal is here. Okay. Actually, the convention for you all is not contest chair. I believe it is contest master pawn. So it should be CM. So that you all will follow the CM sort of protocol for naming yourself. And the contest masters would then reach out to you all now to do the briefing. So your briefing will happen much before the contest, not on the contest day. We will not stress you. So your contest master will create your own Zoom meeting where you all meet, share your eligibility forms, get all the instructions. Everything will be done before. So on the contest day, you just come to the contest. Okay. So there won't be any briefing on the day of the contest. And the only thing that will be required, so if you are in the contest hall, you will sit and enjoy the contest, you will deliver your speech. Only for table topics and evaluation, we will introduce you to something called the isolation rooms or the break rooms as they're called, breakout rooms as they're called in Zoom. So what would happen is for this two contests, because there is the way the contests are structured, as you know, we need to send you all to a separate area where you can write your evaluation notes in peace. And one by one, you all will come in the order of the speaking order of your contest. You will come and deliver your speech. Now, what is the isolation room? Those who have come for the first time, because yesterday we tried it with others. It's nothing but, it's not like you're going to another room in your house. You'll be sitting there only, but virtually we'll split it. So when we send you to the isolation room, you will find that nobody else is there except you and the sergeant at arms who will be monitoring you, especially for table topics. So the idea behind table topic is everyone is in the main hall, the table topic is read out, but you sitting in the isolation room can't hear anything that's going on because you have been virtually split. You have been isolated. And those who are table topic and evaluation contestants, your protocol should be that you should be able to kind of sit in a position where the sergeant of arms can see all around the room to make sure that nobody is helping you out. That's part of Toastmaster ethics, and that you can, they can see you, your hands. So probably around something like this is where you'll sit and write your notes, and no devices are next to you. They might be asked to move your webcam around to see that nobody else is in the room behind this thing. That could be part of the protocol. And your video and microphone should be on while you are in the isolation room. Okay, so that the sergeant at arms can hear you if you are talking and so forth. And then somebody will come in this isolation room and tell you, contestant number 1, let's say Srinivas, please exit the isolation room and go to the main hall. After that, so one sergeant at arms will always be monitoring all the contestants. Once the first contestant has finished, another sergeant at arms will come into the room and say, contestant number 2, Noreen, please exit and go to the main hall. And that's how it will go. Okay, so I will show you now how the isolation room works. In fact, I'll send all of you all, even if you all are not table topic or evaluation, just to give an idea. And who's there? Okay, Pon, you can act as the sergeant at arms, explain to them how it will look there. And then one by one, explain to them to come into the main room. I'll stay here only, but okay. You can just show them, okay, click on the leave breakout room and return to the main session. So as they come, I will observe them and I will take over once that is over. So now I'm going to create an isolation room. And I will assign everybody to it. Those who are not table topic, actually, besides the isolation room, in case there is a protest, okay, and the chief judge then instructs me as the moderator saying, can you send contestant Srinivas into the protest room, because I'll be also creating a similar thing like a protest room where the judges would be waiting for you. Hopefully there won't be any protest. Let's hope so. But in case there is a protest, then obviously you have to know how to go into a protest room, and then you have to justify whatever the judges have asking you. And once it is there, you come back to the main session. But this will be done without informing anybody else. Nobody will know in the main hall that a certain contestant has been sent to the protest room. The chief judge will directly communicate with me and say, Kaji, can you send Srinivas into the protest room? When the instructions come, only Srinivas will see on his screen that the host is inviting you into the protest room. You should immediately move there. And that's it. Okay. So now on your screen, you will see a message coming. The host is inviting you into the isolation room. One by one, you'll move there, and then Pawan will explain to you how to leave and come back to this room. Welcome. Good evening, Khalid. Nice to see you. I'm trying to unmute you. I'm having some problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I said I stayed behind on purpose, actually.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you see, I have bought this. I just want to try it. Is that okay? Can you give me a chance
Yes,
when you get?
of course. Please go ahead, stand up and
I have no problem with the video, but I want to see how far I can go.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me see how far I can go. I'm a bit away now. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Because actually I'm near the door now.
All right. I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're
okay,
welcome.
yeah, I bought this. I just haven't tried it. So I thought I will. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So mission accomplished. That's why I stayed behind. Thank you. By the way, I want to tell you something. I see that you can go very far in this organization. Just look ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for your encouraging words.
No, this is actually based on facts. I think just look forward and they will see you as president of the organization one day. You're not considering that you're very young, I think you will be there one day. You're such full of talent and energy and potential. So very
I appreciate it. I appreciate the words.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to know you actually, really, maybe once this thing gets out of the way, we will meet in person. Again. Yeah, I think this is here to stay for some time. Not going away very, very soon. That's my prediction, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see someone else is here. Dinesh, how are you, my friend?
I'm fine. Thank you. Good evening. Nice to see you.
It's always nice to see my friends. You're just such a wonderful family. Oh, Sanjeev is here also.
Sanjeev, what happened, Sanjeev?
He's back. Oh, is he controlling this? I thought Pawan is doing it.
Both of them are the controllers of Division D.
Okay, okay.
You got disconnected, Sanjeev?
Yeah, I just switched over from my laptop to mobile.
Okay.
I want to ask you one thing, Toastmaster Kajetan.
Yes,
you keep me in the breakout room and I leave from there. And you permitted me to come in screen or I came voluntarily?
Sanjeev, by mistake, I made you host before that. Can you just transfer the host facility to me? Instead of co-host, I made it a host.
How to do that?
Just click on my name and say make host.
Okay, 1 minute.
I was wondering what happened to all my buttons suddenly.
I am clicking on you, but nothing is coming. I'm using now mobile.
Okay.
Okay, I have to click. I'm clicking the live on custom stream. Something is coming on.
Yeah, you can't leave the meeting because the meeting will get terminated actually.
Okay.
So you have to transfer the host facility to me somehow.
Yeah, I'm clicking on you, but there is any other option or any other place?
Yeah, actually, if you go under the participants,
yeah,
go click on the participant button.
Yeah, then your name.
Yeah, then make host.
Mute chat portal, make host. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Done.
I was a little worried because it was live streaming and I didn't want to disconnect or something.
Yeah, you can make me co-host, please.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm glad to see all of you all back. Excellent. That means you all know how to exit the breakout room and return to the main session. Okay. And there are some questions I will start answering now. I see that there are. So let me close the breakout room and make sure everyone is here.
Yes. I think everybody is back now.
There is one person, Hemlata, still there, but I have shut down the room.
Jyoti Basu was there. Ah, okay.
She will come back automatically. Great. Welcome, everyone. You have just experienced a breakout room, and thank you, DTM Pon, for explaining to all the contestants what the breakout room is and how to leave it and come back here. That's all there is to it as far as the breakout rooms are concerned. Now, there is an interesting question asked by Jonita, and I want to answer that question. It is about what if due to unavoidable reasons, a contestant gets disconnected while speaking due to connection or technical issues. And this is a very real situation that can happen during a contest. While you are giving a speech, suddenly you get disconnected. Now, there are guidelines already available from TI regarding this. So what would happen is, there are two things. You could either get disconnected or your connection is so bad that the audience cannot hear what you are saying. If you got disconnected, of course, you will just come back, rejoin the meeting, and I'll explain what happens once you rejoin. But let's say your audio is not coming clear. Your video is fine, but we always need to hear the audio, and the audio starts sort of getting scratchy. We can't hear you. The chief judge should immediately step in and say, contestant, please stop. Okay, and the timer has to know at what point the stop command was issued. The timer will stop, everyone will stop, and we as moderators will try to solve your problem. Okay, we will take 1 minute, 2 minutes, try to communicate with you and say, okay, can you sort of change the connection, whatever it requires. Let's say we sort it out. And after 1 minute or 2 minutes, let's say we can hear you, and we'll tell the chief judge, now it's okay. What will happen is the chief judge will instruct you to continue from where you are stopped, and will give you 30 seconds extra because of this technical problem. So you have this extra 30 seconds to sort of compensate, go back a few words where you had stopped, maybe just to reiterate that point and continue, and then use the 30 seconds extra and complete your speech. And I have to actually train the timer how to do that in case such case happens. Okay? Because we are using an automated timer. In such case, we'll have to do some manual step to give you the green at the right time, yellow at the right time, and red at the right time. So that's the answer to your question. That is 30 seconds extra will be given if you are stopped in the middle. Okay, and Sushmita is asking, what time would the international competition be on 15th of May? I'm asking so I can either arrange for artificial lighting or go with natural light. The agenda has just been released, a draft agenda by DTM Pon on your
Approximately, it will be by 1 p.m.
There you have it. That's your
Yes.
answer. And I've seen the agenda. There is enough flex in the agenda to make sure that it stays within that time. I don't expect things to go out of hand unless something happens which delays the contest for some technical reasons or something like that. But yeah, I think it will be exactly as per the schedule. I have reviewed it.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have seen the breakout rooms. You have seen the timer, how to pin the timer. And have I missed out anything? Let me check my book document. So to conclude, please start getting familiar with Zoom, okay? Make sure your network speed is going to be decent on that day. If you're using laptop, of course, make sure it's connected to your power so suddenly it doesn't stop in the middle. If you're using a headset, and I would like to highlight that is our, where did it disappear? I mean, must have left.
Dinesh
Because
left.
he just, no, he's here. Khalid, can you just open your video? I just wanted to show them your headphones that you brought. And
Okay. Yeah.
so this was our Khalid. Yesterday, he had attended a session or day before, and he decided to test Bluetooth headset, and he came with a Bluetooth headset, and we just tested it while you all were in the breakout room, and it enhances the audio tremendously. So can you just show them the headset that you're using? Yeah, and just give it some example of the audio. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, so this audio now that he's using really enhances the quality of his audio because he's using Bluetooth headset. It's very clear and he will be able to deliver his speech very clearly. I just wanted to show you. Yeah.
Can I go a little farther?
Yes, please do that.
I'll go away from my laptop, but let me see if you can hear me. Okay, now I'm about like 10 feet away.
Wow, and we can still hear you very clearly.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Okay. Can I come back?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
for that
wonderful.
demonstration. I just wanted to show it to the rest of the, what you could do to enhance yourself as far as audio is concerned. If possible.
There are
Right.
some, questions in the chat box.
Let's go to them. Yeah.
Can we pin timer and contest chair simultaneously?
Only one video can be pinned at any given time. So you cannot have two people pinned, only one at a time.
Maganda.
And there is another
question. So Kashinathan has a question. When I hide non-participant video, who ensures the timer and contest master included all the time? That is by default because the contest master is not going to shut down his video. He's going to keep his video on all the time. And the timer by default has to keep the video on all the time. So these two videos will be always there. Any other video which suddenly pops up by mistake or something, we'll immediately shut it down. That's our job. There are 4 sergeant at arms who will be monitoring the hall. We will be putting instructions to everybody. There are instructions that are read at the beginning of the contest. Please shut down your video. If they're not listening, we shut it down for them. So don't worry about it.
On top of that, we moderators and organizers, we will be monitoring this all the time.
Now, Jyoti Basu has a very interesting question. And in fact, I should have addressed it without the question coming from her, is that what if the problem occurs in the isolation room? And this is specifically for table topics and evaluation. Because you are in the isolation room, you got disconnected. Now, how does the sergeant at arms validate that you have not used that time to maybe check or message your friend and ask what was the table topic? I don't have any answer for this, by the way. The chief judge, the sergeant of arms at arms will instruct the chief judge that this person got disconnected. You will have an option to speak to the chief judge and say what happened, and then the chief judge takes a call. It's completely the chief judge's call. I can give you one example. What happened in one of the division contests is that the contestant was a table topic contestant, and he had a problem going into the breakout room. Okay, so all the contestants were there, 6 contestants, and I think she was the 7th contestant. Every time she went to the breakout room, laptop was hanging and she was getting disconnected. So we gave her 3 opportunities to log in again assigned to the breakout room, again it got hanged, again. And it took around 10 minutes delay in the entire contest just to handle this one contestant. And finally, the chief judge took a call that we no longer can take her as a contestant, and she was sort of disqualified from contesting for table topics. So that's why you please try to work with the free version of Zoom, create your own breakout rooms, make sure you can go in and out, ask your friends, ask your other Toastmaster friends. The breakout room, if you are a table topic contestant, an evaluation contestant, it's extremely important that you are very familiar with it. Okay. And so if you create a Zoom account and you download Zoom and you get 2 or 3 people to join you in the Zoom meeting, just create the breakout room, practice what it is, then join the breakout room, come back to the main session till it becomes like second nature to you. So on 15th, you don't worry about it. You just know that when you get the instructions from me as a moderator to join the breakout room, you'll just press the button and you'll be there.
Yeah, is that that one is right a decision or disqualifying a contestant? Because I have seen if the internet is a little slow, then going to breakout room and getting back from the breakout room is taking little time, and there is a chance of disconnection at that time.
Yes. But again, as I said, because of these problems, how long can we hold a contest? 10 minutes holding for one contestant, it will spill over. And that's why the contest rule book very clearly mentions the internet and the device is completely the responsibility of the contestant. You have to ensure that you are able to do this. Okay.
Otherwise, and the judge can redo this complete table topic by giving a different topic also.
Then the other contestant will protest.
No, judges' decisions are final. So when the chief judge is taking up, no, I don't want to disqualify. Okay, he was having the problem. He could able to listen the table topics. 7 contestants gone already, but we cannot disqualify a contestant like that. Ultimately, it is not his fault, maybe internet or some device fault. So
again,
let's have a
these are ethical questions, which I'm actually training from a technical point. The chief judge on that day could take whatever calls that happen because we don't know what will happen. Let's hope for the best. But I think most of the contestants here are very comfortable as of now. I have no problems. All the questions asked are very logical questions. You all seem very enthusiastic, and that's very important for me to make sure that this contest will be one of the best in the district, and it will be, I'm sure. So prepare yourself well, and any questions, reach out directly, first of all, to your contest master, because he or she will now take you on the rest of the journey to make sure that you all are comfortable. But from your own side, start practicing as much as possible. And I'm there to always answer any questions or support you. And we are right on 90 minutes. This is a 90-minute session for me. And I see that we have completed all of the required things that I had in mind within this 90 minutes.
So if anybody has any question, I request all the ExCom members to continue in this meeting because we have so many matters to be discussed. And our sincere